You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Twisted After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Twisted After Show.
They left me dry and hanging. They said they would join me.
This threw me off. This whole fist pumping.
I'm white.
But you're cool.
What? I don't know how to dance with my upper body.
We're colorblind. We didn't know that.
Dude, I'm colorblind. I thought y'all were blue and red. Thank you for joining us for another after show for ABC Family's Twisted. This is episode 14. Home is where the hurt is.
So touching.
My heart hurts.
Aww.
Poor Joe.
I'm back on Joe's side again. She looks so pretty in this episode.
She looked gorgeous at the dance.
Where'd my music go? It's getting me amped. It's getting me amped, Roya.
Let it go. Let the music go. It's gone.
I don't want you dancing anymore. I'm trying to save you. I'm saving you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You've saved us all.
Well, thank you for saving me from myself. Because as we all know, when I'm sitting in a chair, I can't dance. And when I'm standing up, I probably just shouldn't.
Out and about.
Anyway, yes, this is the Twisted After Show. I'm your host, Stephen Lemieux here. I'll go to my singular camera, and you can see the lower third right here that says who I am, which is STEPHENLEMIUX. And you can find me on Twitter at the same, STEPHENLEMIUX. I will do shout-outs in just another moment. But before I do that, I want to just introduce my two lovely Lacey lookalikes, because I love alliteration.
Yes. Or just not Lacey-inspired costumes.
Just a little. What is this called? What is there?
I don't know.
Those hats from.
It's called a hat.
It's a Paris type
beret?
hat.
Yeah,
Yeah, beret.
beret. You got it.
I have like 6 of these.
I'm Erica J. Green.
And I'm Lina Green, and you can find me on Just Lina Green on Twitter and on Instagram and Facebook.
And mine is Erica J. Green, Jaye, at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything.
Also, I'm 3 followers away from 500, guys. So come on, like, make this happen.
On what? On Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Ooh, Ghost.
I'm getting my posse.
He's verified. Is your account 500 followers verified?
I'm verified. I got that blue check mark. All right, so this episode was kind of filler. I like the show. I'm never gonna be one to like lie to the audience and say that it was an amazing episode when it was just kind of like it was a basic episode, and I think the fans will definitely agree with me. We got a little bit of information here or there. It was really just, it felt like the first episode after the end of a season.
Yeah, but there were some moments. It definitely had some moments that I
But very few.
were zoned on, but it was just few of those moments.
Yeah,
But we'll go into it.
Rico got in swag. You know, we got Joe, who's.
I mean, I told you with the arc of
Yeah.
Rico's character, that was bound to happen.
Another
He was
new
gonna
person
start.
being introduced. So.
something else to make
nice.
Joe sad.
What made her sad? She wasn't sad. She was happy about that.
No.
Yeah.
When she sees him together with her, you can see
Well,
her.
she's sad
like,
because she's alone.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, she's at a homecoming alone. Nobody wants to go to homecoming.
And
nobody
obviously-
wants to go to homecoming, period.
She's trying to be a little
did.
desperate because she's over here talking to Charlie now. I'm like, Charlie, you're so thirsty. You go after one girl to another girl. And I'm kind of confused because they didn't allude that this was the way that Charlie was going to go after the last show. They had alluded like he was going to start trouble. on
That's
this
what I
episode. And
thought,
was like,
but
what's
is
going
this,
on?
maybe this is just him gathering up being nice guy Charlie and then
Gathering
spinning out.
information,
Yeah. What do you think?
With that, well, we'll predict things as the
Yeah,
show goes
okay.
on. So you want to just go through Charlie real quick? Let's just break down Charlie.
Charlie.
Because Joe's already breaking down. Let's go ahead and just break down Charlie.
I feel like Joe's character was very strong in this season. In this episode. In this episode, where she confronts Danny again and tells him, what I said in the past, how I love you, I still feel that way, but you should go with it for Lacey.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, she's being strong, saying, you know what, forget my feelings. Y'all two belong together. I love seeing that, and her telling Rico, I don't want to be just coming out and saying, I'm not the girl for you. I loved her saying that to him.
I appreciate
and just setting it straight. And then her going, I like her flirting with Charlie. That whole scene where they're dancing was so cute.
Where they're dancing? You mean where he's
dancing and she's just laughing? It was such a, that looked like it was so improv. It was such a cute, it was a cute scene.
I don't want her to talk to Charlie, though. I'm sorry. I'm not Team Charlie. I'm not.
I don't know. I'm starting to like his character.
She's getting all of Lacey's leftovers now. Like, that's not fair.
That's what Erica kept saying.
I was like, that's not fair. Joe's a beautiful girl. Like, why is she having to, like, just get Lacey's little...
Channeling some DJ Jesse Janet here. Boop. All right, yeah, seriously, right there. Getting some leftovers. All right, cool. But, oh, man. The thing is, we haven't seen Tyler since the break.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I'm glad you thought about him because you never liked him.
He's a dick, but yeah.
No, he's not. He wasn't. I think you misread him from the stuff that he did, but he did it for a reason.
Right, yeah,
a journalist.
He can have the dad side, Mr. Desai side, but he can't have Tyler's side. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Villain.
Yo, Vikram didn't really do that much wrong. Okay?
No, that's not. Vikram's not even in this equation for this episode. I'm so glad he's not the highlight.
Actually, he is, and I will tell you later why he's the highlight. And I've been holding this over their heads. And the listeners, you guys know that there was a huge bomb dropped in information this episode that was really kind of glossed over.
What?
But it really just...
He's not going to tell us yet.
I'm not going to tell you yet. It's like that, you know how they do like a watercolor painting in all water and then they drop like the ink that spreads throughout the whole thing?
Yeah.
This was like the information that they've been drawing lines in the sand and now they just poured water to fill in lines.
Are you talking about like they said something about it this episode, or is this something that
they said something this episode that connects everything together?
I wonder if I picked it up. That's what I'm wondering. Whenever you do tell us, I'm wondering if.
What are you going to tell us? Like, I hope you're not just going to drag this out.
You know what? Let's just tell you right now. All right, we'll break down characters later. Vikram's. Did
you see me hanging on to your every word? Just say it. God.
Vikram's life insurance policy is $10 million.
That's
Okay, I did get that. They did kind of gloss over it, but I did hear that.
$10 million. They glossed over it. It was quick information. $10 million. The only reason why she would not have gotten it yet is because of outside influence, such as the Alari Corporation or the mayor or things like that. So we now know why Vikram faked his own death, because he needed money for the $10 million, and we now know where the story's probably going to go now that they found Vikram's body. They're either going to think Karen or Danny killed him to get the life insurance money.
That sucks.
Wow. Danny, he can't get a break.
It literally hurts my heart watching this because Danny's pain, like he cannot get a break, and he beats himself so much over this, like, now this happened, now I'm a bad person. Like, I was so upset with him just beating up on himself at the homecoming. It was just an upsetting episode for me because I'm like, can he get a break? Can they all get a break? But I mean,
Give
this is
me
the show.
A break.
I can't with Stephen.
Someone did not take their medication today.
And now you are becoming homecoming king. What the hell was with that?
Your girl's back. Sarita, or I usually call her Beat Face.
No, I just... You're talking about my queen, Regina, that poster board?
No, I'm talking about Sarita.
Bitch face, yeah.
You see how I said Beat Face?
Beat face, yeah. No, she is back. She was...
She's still mean, though.
She's still kind of mean.
What is she holding over? Like, her still calling him socio. Nobody's calling him that now. What's her point of
Guys,
still
we
being...
are jumping all over the place.
Okay, no, okay. Let's
we
go
really
on.
are.
Okay.
You made me confess.
Sand.
You made me confess the big mystery revealer.
Okay.
All right. So Charlie, we find out that Charlie's past is with Danny at the juvenile detention facility. A lot of people were actually tweeting that at us that was something that was kind of revealed. It was on our YouTube comments as well. So I kind of saw that coming. And then he says, "Thank you for not telling anyone." Basically, it's a double line. It means that Danny didn't tell anyone at the school that he was from the juvenile facility.
Yeah.
But it also could mean you could go behind that and say, hey, you didn't tell anyone at the jail what I did. He covered for him at the jail.
That's what I was wondering. Like, what did he do something at the jail? Because he was very grateful.
Had his back. Yeah, something definitely went on while they were in juvie.
Exactly. It was two lines in one. It was you didn't tell anyone at the school, and I'm assuming that there was something that happened in the juvenile intensive facility because they talk later about because you always had my back because of this blah 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 because we helped each other out. Yeah. So it kind of makes me think that they were cellmates in the prison. Something would happen like, you know how Danny dealt with the bullying at the school? I'm assuming something similar happened like that, but got a little bit more violent and things escalated.
In that nature.
Danny is now a starter on the soccer team, and Charlie is on the
Again?
soccer team with him because apparently they play soccer in juvenile detention facilities.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They do.
Not
Keep
that
him
I've been
active.
there or something.
And Danny's dealing with his inner demons, and Charlie decides, hey, man, this Lacey chick's pretty fine. I want to take her to homecoming. Make it a night to remember.
That was an uncomfortable like scene because Lacey's over here like, what did Danny say? Like, what did he say? He told you that he doesn't want to take me?
Well, take me. That has so many connotations to it.
You're dirty mind,
So
dude.
Charlie asks Danny, what do you think of
It's-
Lacey?
yeah.
And Danny's like, I mean, she's good looking, but you know.
No, that's
he
not what he
did
said.
not do that.
Charlie asked Danny, "Hey, is it okay if are y'all together? And is it okay if I ask her to homecoming?"
The bromance code. You know this.
And he was just straight up with him, and he was like,
It's complicated. Go for it.
He's like, "Go for it, go for it."
He
And
was wrong for that. From a woman's
was.
standpoint, and
It was
if I
wrong.
knew a guy was just like, go for it, like he could just pass me off, I'd have been a little bit upset.
Yeah.
So Lacey had a great reason to be upset.
So then Charlie does it. I mean, he's not going to not do it after he
Yeah.
asks permission, even if it was like awkward.
But he does it awkward. As soon as Lacey says something about Regina, you know, he was like, "Oh wow, you put a damper in it, but I still want to ask you out." You know, he's like, "Well, will you go to homecoming with me?" And she's like,
He's so whack.
"I'm kind of going with someone." Here's Charlie. Well, actually, you're not going with anybody because
that
he
was
said it was okay for me to take you. So it was kind of an awkward little moment there, but it was cute though.
I am going with someone. Oh, you mean Danny? No, we traded.
I love the.
See, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
We swapping ladies tonight, ladies.
You couldn't even be mad at like Charlie at this point. You're like, Danny, why the heck? Why the heck would
But
you
I'm
do
glad
that?
that Danny finally got it together. And
He's
put it behind-
self-destructive.
Yeah.
He was self-destructive, and now the strong male influence has been helping him with his things. Jack.
Are we going to talk about Jack, or we're going to stay right here?
Well, we can talk about Jack now because we just finished up
Yeah.
with really. Oh, let's finish with Charlie.
Yeah.
So Charlie, he's pulling it's Jay-Z on to the next one.
Jay-Z. What's that
Are you
reference?
making a reference to a song?
Yeah. On to the he's throwing the on to the next one, and he's going to Joe.
Okay.
Because okay, so the only thing he knows about this town is he wanted a fresh new start, and Danny always said good things about it. And Danny probably talked to him a lot about Joe and Lacey
Yeah.
in jail, so of course he's going to go after the two people who he actually feels like he knows in the town, which is Lacey. Okay, Danny's got dibs. All right, cool. Let's go after this blonde chick.
Question: do you think he's doing this to get? Is he? Because I'm still confused. Is he trying to gather information because he's trying to
With a
start
malicious
a-
intent.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
trying to
thinking.
start stuff, or is this a kid trying to just assimilate himself into this world
I really wanna
again?
know which
Because he makes it. You feel for him at times where he's just like, man, I'm just. And he plays his character so awkward. He's like
Trying hard.
You know, he tries. He's
Really
like,
hard.
I'm just trying to really just make some friends and stuff and start over. So what do you think he's playing both sides, or what is it?
I think he's the next logical person to be killed.
What you're always trying to kill people? Like, just answer
I
my.
thought we were thinking that he was one of the suspects.
I
And then
think. I mean, you never know with him, because
Yeah.
right now, since you find out about his past at the juvenile detention facility, you kind of have to disregard the things with Glory. You kind of have to disregard that because he literally, now, his motivation for being in this town. It was because Danny said so many good things
Yeah.
about it. So he really has no connection to any of this. Danny didn't know him before jail, and Danny knew him in jail, and now Danny knows him after jail. So he has no connection to any of this aside from Danny and aside from knowing about Joe and Lacey. So I think he's just kind of like a teenager trying to come out of it. But the problem is that when there is that character, the only thing that has him connected to this town is Danny.
Yeah.
Which means Danny's the only logical conclusion if something were to happen to him. And that would put Danny back in the limelight and create another problem. And the writers love problems. They don't like solutions.
But no one knows that Charlie and Danny knew each other beforehand. though.
Exactly. But that would come to the limelight.
Of course, that's going to come out to limelight. Of course,
Poor Danny.
somewhere down the way. that's gonna be
Hashtag power
said.
Danny.
I think Joe's going to find out first.
She always
Yeah.
finds.
And then she's good at keeping
Joe
secrets.
seems the smartest. Like, seems to be the one who's inept. Just like really know on
She's
point
just
with
like her
stuff.
mom with the secrets. That's what we said.
Yeah,
whenever Tess
mother
got
like
found
daughter.
out.
Oh my God.
Should we move to Tess because I really want to rip Tess.
Well, we're going down line and we're gonna start. We didn't even talk about when Jack goes over to see Karen. Like that's right before Danny comes home from school. Like that
Jack really didn't have any point in this episode. He was just trying to get the move.
No, he does have a point. He's definitely being more of a father figure. I love how he's taking that father role with Danny.
He wants that 10 million. You still saw his face light up. He was like,
I don't get why
million.
he asked. Why did he ask how much it was? Like, who would you ask somebody? How much is your husband, your dead husband, my dead best friend?
You know.
Because I still believe he was the one who hooked him up with faking his death.
Faking his death, but why would he want to know how much? Do you think he maybe has something he wants to be with Karen?
Let's get this money.
That could. I just thought of something.
Let's get this money.
I'll save it for the prediction.
Just say it now.
Okay, so he's the one who maybe set up tried to get him killed just so he can get with Karen and have the money. So maybe that's why he maybe helped Vikram in the beginning.
But again,
it's too obvious too.
Murders.
No.
Okay, life insurance money, unless it's murders tie it up. I'll just say it right there. Like, murders tie it up. If somebody's trying to get life insurance money, the only way would have been for Vikram to fake his own death in a boating accident. That should have gotten them the money, but there was an outside force stopping them from getting the money.
What do you mean murders tie it up?
I mean, in a case with life insurance, if somebody dies in a suspicious way, you are not going to see that money for 5 to 10 years or more. Because the insurance company is going to do every single thing they can to try to make sure with 100% certainty, not 99.9, with 100% certainty that the family was not involved in the murder just to get the money.
I would never take out life insurance and tell my family.
Never.
I feel like
that's the thing.
Lina. Do you have a life
definitely
insurance?
not tell her.
How much is it for?
Do twins get in on that?
No, it's like immediate family anyway.
Dang it.
Well, like, being twins opens the door for elaborate plans to fake deaths and...
Stephen, are you trying to plot with me?
I mean...
Stephen, we knew each other before.
Which one do I like more?
As we plotted
You have
that
to think
here.
about this too.
We're getting all twisted in here, guys.
In the end, we'll find out that both of you are dead, and I've just been talking to Lacey the whole time.
Where you going with this?
I don't know, guys. All right, you got to be watching this to see the uncanny resemblance. But otherwise, listeners, going back into Jack. It's the life insurance, so I don't think Jack's after the life insurance. I think Jack knows who Vikram is. I think he knows exactly who he was, and I think Jack probably cared more about Karen than Vikram did. So I think he's just trying to use that as his in. Jack's another one who's like, something bad's probably going to happen to him. Anyone who does good, anyone who you can feel sorry for and be like, okay, he's probably a good person, you know something bad will probably happen to him.
We don't really feel sorry for Regina, and it just happened.
I do.
Did you? Well, you thought she was hot.
She's hot.
Oh, stop.
I miss Regina's acting.
I would agree. I think her character was, the first episode we saw was great, but I think it looks like the bad people are the ones who are getting killed off.
Does she get a credit for being on a billboard in this episode? That's my question.
She's not on the billboard.
She's on a
she was on
poster
the
board.
little thing. She won Homecoming Queen.
Yeah.
They just put her picture with the crown on top of it.
All right, so, that's Jack. Jack is taking the fatherly role. He's fixing up Danny's car. He's giving him fatherly advice because Danny was, they mentioned that Danny turned 16 in prison, like, all that kind of stuff.
Sad.
It's like he didn't really have, and when they said that, it was basically him saying, you went through puberty in prison. Like, you didn't have that
A
role.
childhood.
Yeah, well, you didn't have a guiding figure to really show you the way to adulthood. Danny was just kind of thrown into it, and that's what they were kind of getting at. So Jack's going to be that, and Danny wants to hook Jack up with Karen, but Jack's going to have some tough times because look at this.
I don't know what you're saying.
Denise Richards,
yeah.
holla.
I don't.
She's like,
What are you?
what's your name again?
Who's this guy? No, but so that's all with Jack. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about iTunes.
I was like, where are you going with
These ladies hang on my every word.
You're good.
Guys, you need to go to iTunes because you need to rate and comment because we've gotten some good comments. I totally forgot to print them out again. You're going to kill me. I think one was from something Lilith Colbert, I think was one of them, and then Power something was from another one. You guys are great. Thank you. And we actually got a comment that talked about how amazing Heather and Jason was. And I'm like, oh, I guess you guys are watching this on Netflix and watching our show, but Heather and Jason ain't here no more.
They're watching old episodes.
When you get to this episode, you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about because you wrote that comment. But thank you so much for going to iTunes. It's absolutely free to go on and subscribe and listen to our podcast. And it's also free, aside from your internet charges, to go onto YouTube and look at us and look at Double the Lacey on that side of the table. Double the Lacey, double the fun. And I almost...
You got lost.
Just rate, comment.
Give us some thumbs up on YouTube. Leave us some comments. We like to do a little conversation. I'll reply to some of the comments if they're...
As well as on Twitter and on Instagram, when y'all comment, we also reply to that.
Y'all better hit us up on Twitter.
Nicely, please. Please.
Nicely.
I'm going to yell at you if you don't hit me up on Twitter.
What is going on?
All right, cool.
I have no
Confusing
idea.
these ladies. All right. Anyway, guys, so let's... who did you want to move on to next?
I want to move on to, we were still talking about Homecoming, Andy. The new girl. That's the
new
girl
girl.
who's hitting on Rico.
On Rico, yeah.
She was in the first part of the season.
Was she?
She was, because I remember that name. I remember Andy being a name.
Was she the girl who was trying to hang out with... No, that wasn't her.
I remember Andy being mentioned.
She was his
lab partner.
His lab partner.
That's right. Okay,
That's right.
cool. Wow, we remembered
She's
something for once.
stylish.
Yeah, they made her so stylish this episode.
She's a cutie.
She's really thirsty. She's trying to...
Where'd you get that word from?
Black Hollywood Live, our sister network. Check it out on Friday nights. Anyway... You all right there, Lina?
Why did you do that?
You all right there, Lina?
Anyway.
Back to Andy.
So Andy, stage 5 clinger?
I would say
she's just trying to get in.
I think she's a really cute guy. And Rico is honestly, I put that out there. Rico's a really cute guy. He has this great personality. It's about time a girl is showing him some interest.
He can do better.
Really? Andy's cute.
She's cute.
And she's smart. Rico has that socially awkward, so is she. I think they'll make a cute couple.
Yeah, they're a cute couple.
Yeah, you know what? But I think Joe's gonna try to come back around. You know, every time someone gets something that you want, then you start looking at it. So Joe's gonna be like, "Oh, well, Rico is kind of cute."
But Joe's the one who encouraged her to go ahead and
Trust me, that's how she's gonna start watching.
Well, Danny
Danny
was straight up like, Joe, like, you're not going to get much better than Rico.
Did he?
I mean,
he kind of was like, no,
so
he
bad.
said Rico is a good guy.
Rico's a great guy, though.
Rico's a great guy.
Yeah.
You might as well give him a chance. That's basically what Danny was trying to tell her. Like, give him a chance. You're trying to punish him. And I don't know if Joe's trying to make it like she's trying to punish herself, too. Like, I'm like, Joe, this is
Joe,
really
this
not
ain't
about you. Like,
that's what I was saying.
like, Danny was the one who killed his dad. Like, this is not about you. And she's like, I'm a bad person. I'm like, Joe, stop.
Like, stop,
You have to
Joe.
stop this. Like, you're just trying to hang on to Danny by trying to say that, you know, you're a
We
bad
have
person, too.
something in common. This
You
death.
see her
I'm
doing
like,
this.
poor Joe.
I would think that you would like Joe's character.
I do like Joe's character when she's just not being whiny, but it just seems like they're just going so back and forth again. It's just, I like the show except for when it starts out one way and by the end of the episode it ends another way, and then it starts out the same way it started before. Like, it just, the arc is too quick. I want to see her pissed at him for like 4 episodes straight.
Well,
and then-
she was kind of like in the
like 2
beginning, but I mean, with everything that's happened, she can't stay pissed at him. Like, there's a lot that's happened.
Well, it's like she's keeping the secret, and she's like not seeing what the big deal about it. It's like, dude, he killed his dad. Like, Joe.
It was self-defense, though.
It was
It's not like he just
self-defense, and they
killed him.
should have just came out and said it. Like, the guy tried to murder. Like,
Danny was trying to do that. He was going to do it.
she should just let him. But this is not that. This is a show that has these secrets for a reason. So
It's like Danny would be better off if she didn't know, because she is just making things crappy for
Awkward.
him.
But Danny, to be fair though, she's kind of helping him through this, because Danny like was almost about to snap at Homecoming. He's about to just give it all away. He's like, "Oh man, I don't deserve this."
Yeah.
She came and was like, "Come on."
Yeah, but
Danny.
she also escalated the situation with him by like, just forget about it, just forget about it, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's the one who's making him keep it a secret. So instead of
Yeah.
him coming clean to the cops, she made him keep it a secret, and now he's...
But just think about it. You can kind of see what she's talking about. Like, he's been through all of this. They finally get over it. They just want a moment to be
have a
regular
normal life.
kids.
But pride, guys, come on. Like,
what pride? His pride?
his pride. Like, if somebody's gonna... Okay, you go to this new school, everyone calls you a murderer, over and over again, you know you're not a murderer.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the only defense you have against that. If somebody insults me for some reason, if I know that the reason they're insulting me is not true, then you're like, okay, well, I don't care what they say because it's not true. Everyone calls him a murderer, but now it's the complete juxtaposition of that. Now everyone's like, oh, you're not a murderer, you're normal, but you know that you're a murderer. It's this. He's in the exact same situation he was in before with different circumstances.
I get it.
Yeah, it's a lot to sit here and say that I killed my father. That people are gonna look at you like a monster. You killed your father.
I love
to even say that, like to vocalize that. It's hard for him to even like come to.
I will say, if he did say that. That would have been like the best homecoming king speech I've ever heard. Yo, guys, kill my dad.
So,
I mean, can you imagine where the show would go if he said that though? Like that would rile things up. That would make things a little bit crazy.
I hate how cliche it was for them to nominate him as homecoming king.
Oh, I hated that.
And Regina as homecoming queen. I hated that. I was like, don't do that.
I was like, why is everyone extra friendly? So nobody had any doubts after that, and it was like, oh, we didn't believe you at first, but
this
now
is
we're
your
all on the
gift
side.
because we called you socio for so long.
You know,
so lame. Like that's preying on the guilt.
Yeah,
like
basically.
oh, look at all these
and then
guilty,
you have the
guilty
dead girl.
people.
Well, let's make her homecoming queen. It was so wrong.
I think it would have been funny if Rico got homecoming king.
Yeah, I think it would have been beautiful.
Because Andy like rigged it.
No, I think it
or if somebody
or
rigged,
just somebody, and they just nominated him just for fun. But then he ended up being he becomes a new popular guy. That was just the awesome twist to it.
that would have been cool though.
Yeah, Rico being the hot
He's
popular
cute
guy.
though. Rico is cute.
Yeah.
I think so.
Should we get him in studio?
Can we?
Like Lacey's like, oh,
Oh yeah, in real life they date. I'm
so
sorry.
they're like,
Just playing, Lacey.
just like Kylie, Lumberry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so we get that awkward prom king. By the way, this is a whole okay. What was the A Night to Remember? Was the
A Night to Remember.
and it was the Titanic.
I mean, that's a night to remember, but I didn't even think when I
morbid.
saw the thing, they didn't even stick to the theme of the Titanic. They had like these weird like costumes. I was like, that was not on the Titanic, dude.
Oh, what they were wearing.
Yeah, I was
And how
like,
she got rope and stuff from the boatyard.
I don't know.
I thought that when she was coming down the hall with that rope on her, they made it look eerie at first, like it was some killer, and then it was like Andy with some rope on her.
What was the theme of your guys' prom?
Ours was.
I don't even.
I don't.
It was
We came like 2
sparkling
hours
lights
late.
or something.
My dress was
glamorous.
beautiful.
I just remember stars. It was like a starry night or something.
Yeah, I don't even
know.
remember.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something, and you're going to laugh, and it's absolutely true. I don't know how it got past our school counselors or whatever. The theme for my prom for my senior year of high school was Under the Ocean, and it was called A Love So Deep. Not even lying. I still have the flyer from it. That says,
Your student council sucks then, because they're the one who comes up with that.
I love so deep. Okay,
yeah, like,
How sappy.
how sappy, how entendre filled. It was just everyone was just cracking up when they showed up to prom. But yeah, it was very cliche. The whole I'm gonna get the crown, then I'm gonna burst out. So then we
I don't deserve this, and he gives it back to Sarita.
and the people are just like, great. And it's like the announcer, and now you're prom king and queen for their first dance, a poster board and a crown that's
Yeah.
laying on the floor.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that really upset me.
They needed something, to get him back riled up again. There goes Danny flying off the cuff again.
But then he goes to Lacey's with the Porsche, and he's all about like, yo, I'ma kiss you.
Why did I?
He had to be a hero. I mean, what he did to Lacey, like, he ruined her homecoming. He pissed, like, he keeps holding secrets, and she's like,
Does
just come
anyone
out.
really care about homecoming? Come on, guys. Really get
With
that.
everything that they have going on,
Yeah,
I can
they
see how it's
do.
important to them at this
It
time.
is.
Okay.
At this point, it's one of the most important, especially to Lacey, who was the former popular girl.
But I don't understand. Why does he feel Lacey's been there through so much? Why does he feel like he can't share this with Lacey? Like
He doesn't want to involve her. He doesn't want to involve her. She doesn't need to.
But he sees how she's feeling right now, like not knowing the secret. So why not just go ahead and tell her?
It's the same reason people don't tell their family they have cancer sometimes. It's the same reason people don't like to tell people bad things about themselves. It's because they just don't want them to have to worry.
Yeah.
Because immediately when he tells her, then she
She's
views him as a
worried.
victim.
She's already worried. She's like, why are you acting like this? You're acting totally different. You should be happy.
Danny's a 16-year-old boy or a 17-year-old boy. He doesn't get girls. He doesn't understand that.
Clearly, because he didn't know Joe had a credit. It was so obvious.
He thinks it's just, here, if I just break things off, we'll go back to being friends. She won't try to get like my intimate secrets and stuff and we'll be cool.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
it's
true. especially after he goes and makes out with her in a Porsche.
And I love how he's like, "Do you forgive me?" She's like, "Yes."
Yes.
No hesitation. After everything she's
so
been
pissed
through,
off
and she
at
was
you.
so pissed off. And he goes, "Do you forgive me?" Yes. Immediately.
Look at your hair.
That part is true. Maybe he does know girls a little bit.
he just does that look. He's like this.
The hair, when they put his hair down, it throws his character off for me in the show, because he's the only kid like walking around with this long, beautiful hair, like he's European.
What is this show teaching people? If you get in a fight with your girlfriend, you show up in a Porsche with long hair, and she'll forgive you immediately.
She will forgive you. She was like, "What's this? You think you come with your car, your nice car?"
He's
like,
cute though.
"Baby, it's my ride.
I can't with y'all.
That's nice. I'm glad he finally got a car.
I brought my ride to come meet my ride."
It was crazy because Lacey's always.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy because Lacey's always picking him up, and she got his ticket for the homecoming. I was like, "Lacey, come on, you
He got
do better
himself a
than
sugar
that."
mama.
I know.
All right, guys, let's go ahead. Oh, what time is it? All right, we got some time. Let's go ahead and talk. Let's talk about Tess, baby.
Let's talk about. Okay, yeah.
Tess. Finally, I'm happy about this.
That dinner scene, I'm saying, was
She's sitting here like this the whole time. She's like,
that was the best scene so far.
Oh yeah, that was.
This
really
is
good
the
scene.
best thing because Cal finally just.
I thought they were going to
exploded.
elongate it, and he was going to be like, "Oh, I can't send it to you now. Well, wait till you come down here." But they just came out with it.
Yeah.
You're busted.
I love how he was listening to the recorder and looking at her at the same time, and you could see it register on his face.
Lying the
and
whole
then
time.
she's like smiling up there after this nice dinner, and
no, she's not smiling. She's like nervously. She's like,
I think she kind of knew this was
she was
going to
tell him. She wanted to tell him at the dinner.
She should have came out with it.
Okay, here's my question though. So the boots at the end of the last episode found Vikram, right? So they said the police found
cleaning
the phone.
it, yeah.
So,
But that's at the end. Let's not jump there.
No, they didn't find the phone. They hacked into the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they didn't find the phone. They hacked into the phone.
Okay.
They didn't find the body where it was.
Yeah.
They just found the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't know where they found the body yet.
What should
And-
I talk about at the end? Which I don't want to jump all the way to the end to why, what's going on and what's going to happen. What alludes to the next.
I didn't see scenes of the next episode.
I did.
Well, yeah.
I watched this online.
They allude to what's gonna. But that's at the end. I want to continue about what happened at the dinner.
With Tess.
So he finally He's like, "Tess, you've been lying to me." And Tess goes, "Well, Vikram's been there for me."
But
Now-
I'm your husband.
What? I've been there. For
I
you.
wanna-
But he was worried for his life. Well, I'm the chief of freaking police.
It didn't make any sense, and I'm wondering, is there something bigger? Obviously, she didn't tell him the whole thing. Still,
Well, I'm glad they didn't
So-
sleep together. I'm glad that wasn't the romantic
So
connection
she
that was
says.
going.
Well, damn it, Kyle. You need to go you know what Tess needs to do? She needs to let her hair down, drive up in a Porsche, and just ask if he
Steven,
forgives
this
her.
is serious.
This was a serious matter. Now, this scene was serious. These are
was
the
serious.
adults, okay?
I've been wanting Tess to get caught. That's why this was so
That's
serious.
why that was so important
So
to
Kyle
me.
disappears for a while, comes back to the house just in time for Joe to be like, "Yo, what's going on? Why are you talking about Vikram?"
Yeah.
He gonna feel really bad when he knows that Joe knew and Tess knew
They are
that
some
Vikram was alive.
Dude,
holding.
he's just gonna he's gonna go fake his death or something. He's gonna be like, "I gotta get out of this family."
Y'all lying to
I'm
me
the
too
chief of
much.
police, but I'm still interested to see what Tessa's real answer is going to be
Yeah.
on why she held that in
Yeah.
for so long.
We don't know yet,
that's
and we know
something
that Vikram was a sociopath. So what did he do? Because she said he was with me in a very tender time.
So many people are saying there's such a dichotomy about Vikram.
type
Like
of
he
person he was.
a lot of people are like, even Gloria is like, he was a good person. He's helped me through this, and it's like,
All
who's the real
women are
Vikram?
saying this.
I love that I'm watching House of Cards right now.
I
so,
do.
so it's like I feel like Vikram is
Is the-
Francis
yeah.
Underwood. He's everything he's done is like a certain plan with different people.
And it's not like he's a bad person, but
Person,
it's
yeah.
for a reason. Like everything's for a reason.
Francis
like,
Underwood's a
He's
pretty
getting
bad
you on
person.
No, I don't want to. As we start
I don't
talking,
be frank like that, but back to Vikram, he's getting you on his side, saying that Vikram is not that.
I'm not
did you
saying
see what he
that.
just did?
No, I'm not, look at his evil face. No, I'm not saying that Vikram is a good person. I'm just saying everything was done for a reason. I don't know why you did that.
I already got her on my side. Lina's been on my side from the beginning. You're the outsider here, Erica.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Vikram is doing everything. It's going to come out. This is all being. First, we have the $10 million. They needed the money. They were going bankrupt. Like, we don't know what's going on, but everything's done for a reason. Maybe he was doing it for his family.
But to
we don't know.
set your own son up, no, that's not a good enough reason.
If he had went to jail,
That's
he
not a
would have
good
went to
enough
jail. And his family. Karen wasn't working. Just think about it. If he went to jail, Vikram went to jail, and what
But
would
he
Danny and
disappeared.
Karen
They
do?
didn't have him still.
But still, we'll see what happens. But I'm not
a good enough reason.
I'm not on his side. I'm not against his side. I'm just saying everything's done for a reason.
Okay, Vikram faked his death. He's been playing the card, living in Pennsylvania, doing like nothing. Literally just doing nothing for the whole time he's been dead.
How long is this span of him being gone?
3 years or so.
3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, since Danny went to jail.
No, not since he went to jail, but he died like 3 years into it, I think. But okay, so they were Vikram was counting on Karen getting the money. Okay, he was counting on faking his own death and then Karen getting the money. And the reason he had to kill Regina was because if Regina blew the whistle on that, then people would find out and the life insurance would never get to Karen. So that's why it was so dangerous for him to make an appearance, because if anyone found out he was alive, then they would be screwed when it came to the life insurance money. So the question here is not why did he fake his own death, because we know why he faked his own death.
Yeah.
It was so they could get the life insurance money. The question is, what was the money for?
I mean, for their lavish lifestyle, clearly.
I would hope there's a bigger reason that y'all need $2
There's a
million
bigger reason
now.
that involves. I called it Ilaria Corporation, probably just because I did Helix earlier today. What is the name of the business? I can't remember. I always go mind
Freak.
I can't even.
Anyway, the business, like. The money was probably going to be used for the business, and the mayor's involved. Lots of people are involved.
Yeah.
Got to figure this out. We're not going to know for a while.
They didn't give us much in this episode, really. They didn't give us
it wasn't a lot of new
to go
information.
on.
It was information that we've heard before, except with the $2 million.
In the test, her coming out. It wasn't.
Well,
anything.
that was still old information.
Yeah. So, I mean, did we forget anyone?
No, I think we definitely covered our bases on that.
I want to just like think for a second, so I don't forget, because I know like there's probably like one thing that we forgot. The fans are going to be like, "Are you kidding me? You forgot that information."
I mean, at the end, we didn't talk about how they're now saying that there's someone cleaning up this mess.
Well,
there's someone cleaning up
the next show,
body when the body was found. That's what's going on. There's someone, and I thought maybe it was Karen.
Don't do spoiler alert.
We were talking about how Karen seems so wide-eyed, doughy, innocent, like she doesn't know anything what's going on.
No one's that oblivious.
No one's that oblivious of what's going on when it's your son involved and your husband. She's right in the middle. And I'm starting to think it's her who's clean. She moved the body and cleaned up the mess. And
Not personally, but she could be involved in it.
Her and Jack, maybe. I don't know.
I just feel Karen's too innocent because she doesn't know anything.
And Karen's not that innocent, though.
Yeah, she's not that innocent, but I feel like she just doesn't know anything.
I think they plan her character, but I think she's a strong woman. I think she's definitely in the middle of all this, and it's going to come out that...
Because she's good at playing men, too. Just like Vikram. Her and Vikram have a lot of lights.
If anything, if we want to go back to the theory that Jack is interested in the money... If anything, Jack's the one who moved the body at the end of that last episode.
Oh, that's why he asked about the money, huh?
And Jack moved the body for the sole reason of it being found so they can confirm Vikram's death.
But those shoes look small. But those shoes, I'm thinking about
not the end of last episode. The first time you see the boots, they did.
At the end, I don't know if you saw the end of the last. They looked like small feet, like
maybe
a woman's
Jack's
feet.
got small feet.
I don't think Jack has small feet.
You know they say about men with small feet.
Big
they got
hearts?
some small feet.
Big hearts?
No, Will Smith joke. Anyway,
where do you get this stuff?
Never
dude?
mind. So, I mean, if we imagine that, then Jack is smooshing his way in right now, and he's going to...
So you don't think he's maybe that interested in Karen? Maybe he just wants the money? Because he's coming on strong with it.
I'm saying
think
go
he
either way.
does
We've
want-
only seen him for 2 episodes now.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a little bit in the first one since we came back.
Yeah.
I mean, this is our 3rd podcast since we came back.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It seems like we got so much new information, but it's also like at a standstill. Like,
Well, it's like March.
They're gonna hit us with
Saturday
the
is
next
March,
episode.
guys. Just throwing that out there. Saturday is March.
well, it's a short month.
So, I don't know. I think
Saturday is March.
Saturday is March. Real quick, let me just shout out some...
Oh yeah, who's?
Yes,
Literally, I was requested, hey, shout me out. I'm getting ready to listen to your AfterBuzz TV Twisted recap. That is Paige Porter Desai.
Say the
I
name.
live for Daisy. And then I don't know if I have any more.
I love
think
how
so.
she changed her name to Desai.
No, I'm pretty sure she did.
I love that.
Porter Desai.
Loves Danny.
That's cute.
I can't find anything through my Twitter feed right now. But I mean, let's go ahead and. Did you have news? You had news.
Some
Right?
news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So, I mean, just with Instagram stalking, what's his name? Danny. Well, what's his name in real life? Danny.
I can't even think of it.
Evan Joya.
Yeah.
He is dating Zoe Douche. Did I say it right? Douche. And who is the girl from Vampire Academy, which I want to see that movie. I kind of want to see it. No? I'm just one of those people who love those kind of trilogies. I love those vampire movies too. So yeah, it's cute. And they look like such a cute couple. They go to like plays and stuff. They're one of those artsy couples.
They go to plays? Can I get that like bumper?
I love how you requested it. Like
I requested
5 minutes later, it's like, oh, shut up. So anyway, yeah, that's cute though. I love how all the couples, you know, Rico's character and Lacey's character are together in real life. So that's really cute. Maybe I'll hang out. Whatever. Aww.
Any news from you, Erica?
No news from me. No news is good news sometimes.
That's true. Let's do predictions. I like to do predictions.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz
Oh, that light's
TV
not as strong as it was.
predictions.
This light blinks. Okay, who wants to do the first prediction? Stephen?
Sounds like you do.
Okay, I will. So as I predicted, I think that Karen and Jack are the one behind, you know, this whole setup and the moving of Vikram's body and what's going to come with the money.
Ooh,
The $10 million.
and I want to challenge that prediction with saying Tess is going to be a key player in what's going on. I'm just saying.
Tess.
Don't rule her
She don't
out.
have the backbone. Like,
Don't rule Tess out.
backbone
She's been lying to
for
her
it.
husband. I'm just saying don't rule her out.
yeah, I don't know.
Stephen, what do you think?
I think we're going to find out. Thank you for joining us on this week's Twisted After Show. This has been Season 1, Episode 14. Home is where the hurt is. Hashtag poor Joe.
Poor Danny.
I got to say, though, I got so many tweets like, thank you for calling Joe out on that BS last week.
About her whining?
About her whining, because she whines a lot. Not Lina, Lacey was whining a lot this week. Kyle was whining.
Kyle just blew up.
He was like this. He was like,
I loved Kyle this time. I loved him.
so, I mean, that's been our episode. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for rating and commenting on iTunes because we want more of those. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I'm Stephen Lemieux on Twitter at Stephen Lemieux, StephenLemieux. And if you need the spelling, it is right here across the bottom of the screen.
Just
Yeah.
change it. Just
And
hyphenate
I'm
it.
Erica J. Green. Erica, ERICA-JAYE, Green, like the color.
And mine's is easy, just Lina Green on Twitter.
man.
She's
And on
easy.
Instagram.
Well,
Like Lina Green.
as they hit each other, we will bid you all good night. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week for Season 1, Episode 15.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.